You're watching Cait Straight Up, and I'm your host, Caitlin, and it is Christmas season here, and again, I am bringing you more delicious Christmas treats. So, as you guys know, and as you've heard me say a million times, I am not one to indulge in sweets. I am not a cake person. Just give me some wine and cheese and red sauce and carbs and bread and chips and everything else like that, and I am a happy girl. However, I do love blending salty and sweet flavors together to create some really delicious desserts. That's why today I'm going to bring you another salty and sweet recipe. So my peanut butter pretzel bark is perfect for this time of year because you can make it, it's super easy, it doesn't require any baking, so you can make it for parties or things like that. But also you could bag it up and hand it out as really cute and salty and sweet delicious holiday gifts. We're going to start this recipe by melting 3 cups of our milk chocolate chips. Once our chocolate's melting, we're going to go ahead and pour it out onto a pan with a nice sheet of wax paper over it. You just want to make sure you get it all out and onto your pan. And then you're going to spread it out nice and thin over your wax paper. So you might have to hold it and just kind of go back and forth and spread it out till you have a nice layer to make the base of your bark. You want this layer to be pretty thin of your chocolate peanut butter pretzel bark. So kind of just keep going out until it's nice and even. It doesn't have to be perfect because if you're familiar with the bark, we're going to crack this all up into a bunch of itty bitty, amazingly tasting pieces. You just do kind of want a nice thin layer, and you want the layer to be pretty much even all the way across. But at the same time, no one ever complains about having more chocolate. So if it's not even, don't worry about it. Get it the best you can. I think that looks good. While your chocolate is still warm, it's important to get in your other ingredients. So I have here a half a cup of peanuts that I am just going to sprinkle throughout my bark. Now, again, the best thing about bark is you break it up into itty bitty pieces. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but you want it to be kind of even. Like that person right there, he's going to get a little bit of extra peanuts. But, you know, I mean, whatever. But just kind of spread it out as best as possible and add the amount of peanuts that you want. After that, it's time to add our pretzels. So same thing, just get your pretzels in on top, and then any that look like they're sticking out too much, you could go ahead and give a nice push down into your chocolate. But just kind of spread your pretzels out, push them in if needed. You do kind of want one layer, so try not to stack too many pretzels on top of each other, and just place them out. I love desserts where you don't have to be super precise and exact. I'm not a science person, therefore I'm not a baking person because baking requires you to measure everything, and I drink way too much wine to measure things out perfectly, so that's why I pick these kind of desserts. After that, it's time for one of my favorite things on this planet, peanut butter. I love peanut butter, it's so delicious. So I have a cup here of peanut butter that I melted for about 30 seconds in my microwave, and we're just gonna try to drizzle it across your pretzels. After that, if you have any other remaining ingredients, a couple extra pretzels or peanuts, go ahead and add them at that time. Stick it on in that peanut butter, and it is time for that second batch of chocolate to make our topping. So we need the same amount, 3 cups in that double boiler, and melt it on up. And after that chocolate is melted, it is time for the fun part. Just go ahead and get a big old glop for it and go back and forth over the top of your peanut butter, and just keep on doing that until all of your chocolate is done. I've said it, doesn't have to be perfect. That is why it is Caitlin-proof baking, but I do like to make it look a little interesting. So I usually do one way, and then I'll go the other way to make it look a little crisscross. Like, come on, I gotta make it look like I tried a little bit. So after you have your chocolate drizzled out, and before it starts to harden, you're going to take some sea salt and top off this delicious sugary and salty snack with just a little drizzle of sea salt over the top to your liking, because when this dries up, it's going to be fantastic. Now I know it's going to be hard, but this doesn't look like much. This is just a big old glob of chocolate and peanut butter and pretzels and peanuts. But if you let this sit on your counter for at least an hour, it's going to solidify and almost make a candy bar. It's going to be delicious. After that, you're going to have to put it on a cutting board, break it all up, And after your hour, here is your finished product, and it looks fantastic. You guys are gonna love it. Go ahead and serve it at your Christmas parties. Enjoy it for yourself when you're watching all those fabulous Christmas movies. Have it with a delicious glass of Cabernet and enjoy the flavors of that chocolatey sweet and that peanut butter and the salt from the sea salt and the pretzels. And enjoy yourself and while you indulge, because it is the holiday season and that is what this season is for. Make sure to subscribe to Cait Straight Up for more recipes like this one every Tuesday. If you have a request, do that below. If you have any comments about this, go ahead and include that as well. Or if you want to say Merry Christmas, you can put that below as well. I'll answer you. But make sure to find me on Instagram and Twitter, Cait Straight Up Cooking, and join us for more holiday fun. It's fantastic. Who doesn't love the holidays? It's great. I can't wait to see you next time. Bye-bye.